We are treated to a special presentation by our chapel choir, a puppet musical entitled The Queen's Behest. So if there are more kids out there, I see a few faces. If you want to come and sit up front here, I think you'll be able to see a lot better the action of the puppets. So why don't you, if you want to come forward and sit right up here, there's plenty of space, and that way you can see and hear what's coming. Awesome. Yeah, you can sit and watch this time, yeah. No, not today. Next time, it'll be your turn. Well, the story you're about to hear, though it's not from the Bible, it is a parable. And parables just mean that it's a teaching story. But its themes can be found throughout the Bible. One passage that might help us understand the story a little bit better comes from Paul's letter to the Galatians. Now, how many of you down here in front have ever received or written a letter? Yeah? Lots of different reasons we get letters or we send letters. Sometimes it's to celebrate things, sometimes it's just to tell a story, sometimes it's to ask a question. Well, Paul was writing this letter to people in a church who were arguing. They were arguing about things like, what should we do? And how do we know what's right? Paul wanted to help them to stop arguing, so he wrote them with some advice. And here are just a few lines from this letter that not only helped the early church with their conflict, but give us something to think about as we prepare to watch the Queen's behest. Listen to these words. You reap what you sow. A person will harvest what they plant. Those who plant only for their own benefit will harvest devastation from their selfishness. But those who plant for the benefit of the Spirit will harvest eternal life from the Spirit. Let's not get tired of doing good, because in time we'll have a harvest if we don't give up. So then let's work for the good of all whenever we have an opportunity, and especially with those in the household of faith. May these words be to us our light and our life. Thanks be to God.
Once there was a kind and wise queen in a faraway land who was growing old and knew it was coming time to choose her successor. Instead of choosing one of her assistants or one of her counselors, she decided to do something different.
She went into the ancient woods one day and called upon help from the spirits of the earth. It was there that the spirit spoke to her and told her what to do.
Great spirits of the earth, I come to you humbly. I ask for help in my quest to find an heir to my kingdom.
We say to you, wise queen, words that may guide you in this important time. Give each child in your kingdom a seed to plant.
Let the seeds be false seeds that will not yield growth.
Then have the children plant these seeds and return to you with their plantings.
From these actions you will find an honest child who will inherit your kingdom.
We say to you, wise queen, this one child will receive your royal bequest.
Will now tell who has now already won.
The queen returned to her castle to make preparations for what was needed.
Stewie, my faithful steward, call for the royal chef.
Yes, your majesty. Hear ye, hear ye. Let thy royal chef come before the queen. Chef Sherman, make haste to the queen Azalea's chambers at once.
Here I am, your majesty.
Royal Chef Sherman, take these seeds and boil them so that they will not produce any growth. Be careful not to boil them too much, for I want this to be a secret.
Yes, your majesty. I have the perfect pot and recipe just for occasions such as these.
The royal chef prepared the seeds and brought them back to the queen. The queen made ready to meet the children of the land.
And so it came to pass that the queen called all the children in the kingdom together. She sent forth a royal proclamation.
Hear ye, hear ye. Let all hear the great Queen Azalea's royal proclamation number 5,327.
It has come time for me to step down and to choose the next leader of this land. I have decided to choose one of you.
The children of the kingdom were shocked, but the queen continued.
I am going to give each one of you a seed today. One seed. It is a very special seed. I want you to go home, plant the seed, water it, and come back here 1 year from today with what you have grown from this one seed. I will then judge the plants that you bring to me. From your plantings, I will choose the best one. The one I choose will be the next leader of the kingdom.
Scene 3, Willow's home.
There was one girl named Willow who was there that day, and she, like the others, received a seed. She went home and excitedly told her mother the whole story.
Willow's mother helped her get a pot and some planting soil. Willow planted the seed and watered it carefully. Every day she would water it and watch to see if it had grown.
Mother, I will be faithful in my duties and take care of this special little seed. I promise to work diligently and hopefully.
You are a very dedicated child, Willow. I wish you much luck in your planting adventure.
Scene 4, the village square.
After about 3 weeks, some of the other children began to talk about their seeds and the plants that they were starting to grow. One afternoon, a child named Violet, whose parents owned a local flower shop, was gloating to the other children.
Look at my gorgeous plant. See how it grows with such luster and beauty? My parents own the floral shop, so of course I will win the contest.
Willow kept going home and checking her seed, but nothing ever grew. 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks went by, still nothing.
By now, others were talking about their plants. But Willow didn't have a plant, and she felt like a failure. 6 months went by, still nothing in Willow's pot. She worried that she had killed her seed.
What have I done? Have I not watered this seed properly? Is the soil not good? All the other children have such wonderful plants.
Everyone else had trees and tall plants, but Willow had nothing. Willow did not say anything to her friends, however. She just kept waiting for her seed to grow. Still, Violet and her family continued to gloat about their prize-winning plant.
My daughter will win this contest for sure. Look at this marvelous plant. She is the best in all the land.
Of course, darling. You're so right. Indeed. I feel so sad for that little Willow girl, wasting her time day after day. Haha, what a fool she is.
You said it, Mom and Dad. I'm the best, the number one, the first in line. And I'm going to win this contest hands down. Doesn't matter what anyone's plant looks like. I'm going to be the winner.
I'm a real tough cookie with a long history of making awesome plants like the one you see. Just look at you and see how I do it. Put up your dukes, let's get down to it. Hit me with your best pot. Hit me with your best pot. Hit me with your best pot. Water away. Hit me with your best pot. Why don't you hit me with your best pot? Hit me with your best pot. Water away.
Feeling very dejected and hopeless, Willow turned to her mother.
Mother, what have I done wrong? I have worked so hard, so diligently, and nothing. Look, this seed won't grow.
Willow, you have done your best.
My best is not good enough. Look at Violet's plant and all the other children's plants. I'm a hopeless loser.
Willow, my dear beautiful child, this contest does not determine if you are a loser. You should be proud of the honest and diligent work you have accomplished. That is what is important. Your determination and skills you have learned will reward you someday in your future. I know it. Trust me, my dear one.
I just wish this seed would grow.
Children say that you are not good, not a small branch to be seen. Have a feeling of isolation, and it looks like they'll be queen.
finally went by, and all the youths of the kingdom brought their plants to Queen Azalea for inspection. Willow told her mother that she was not going to take an empty pot to the queen.
But Willow's mother encouraged her to go and to take her pot and to be honest about what happened. Willow felt sick to her stomach, but she knew her mother was right, and so off she went to take her empty pot to the palace.
When Willow arrived, she was amazed at the variety of plants grown by all the other children. They were beautiful, in all shapes and sizes. Willow put her empty pot on the floor, and many of the other children laughed at her. Violet, in her usual character, teased Willow.
Hey, loser, nice try.
Willow's eyes filled with tears. Her friend Honeysuckle put her arm around Willow and said,
Don't listen to her, Willow. You did your best. Everyone knows how honest and hardworking you have been. I should have been as honest as you.
Hear ye, hear ye! Make way for the wise Queen Azalea!
When the queen arrived, she surveyed the room and greeted the young children. Willow just tried to hide in the back.
My, what great plants, trees, and flowers you have grown. Today, one of you will be appointed the next leader of this kingdom.
All of a sudden, Queen Azalea spotted Willow at the back of the great hall with her empty pot. She ordered Stewie the steward to bring Willow to the front.
Willow was terrified. Slowly, she followed the steward and thought to herself,
The queen knows I'm a failure. Maybe she will have me banished from this kingdom.
When Willow got to the front, the queen asked her name.
My name is Willow, Your Majesty.
all the kids were laughing and making fun of Willow. The queen asked everyone to quiet down. She looked at Willow and then announced to the crowd,
Behold your new leader. Her name is Willow. Wise Queen Willow.
Willow couldn't believe it. She couldn't even grow a seed. How could she be the new queen?
But how, Your Majesty? All I have to offer is an empty pot.
1 year ago today, I gave everyone here a seed. I told you to take the seed, plant it, water it, and bring it back to me today. But I gave all of you boiled seeds, which would not grow. All of you, except Willow, have brought me trees and plants and flowers. When you found out that your seed would not grow, you substituted another seed for the one I gave you. Willow was the only one with the courage and honesty to bring me a pot with my seed in it. Therefore, she is the one who will be the new queen. Willow, I bequest unto you my kingdom. With your honesty, integrity, and determination, you will rule with wisdom and justice.
It was a miraculous ending for Willow. All of the other children understood what they had done was not right. They made amends with Willow and congratulated her on her honesty and integrity.
Congratulations, Willow. You taught us a very important lesson today. You will be a great leader. Yeah, I guess you're right, Honeysuckle. Oh, by the way, Willow, if you're looking for someone to lead your Ministry of Agriculture, I'm your gal.
And so it came to pass that the little girl Willow became a great and wise queen.
Everyone rejoiced and had a wonderful time celebrating in the palace.
You don't have to feel like a wasted space. You're original, cannot be replaced. If you only knew what the future holds. After a hurricane comes a rainbow. Maybe a reason why all the doors are closed, so you could open one that leads you
Puppeteers, come on out. Puppeteers, come out. And Brad. Thank you so much. What an amazing performance. Wow, such creativity and such a good message for us. Thank you so much.